Drew and I are here right now filming our second series of Fern blogs. And the first series, those first 9 that we posted, were filmed back in December 2008, and now it's the first week of April 2009. December's wet season, we're in dry season right now, and supposedly we should have just been through 3 really dry months, January, February, March. But we had a crazy dry season. We had more rain in January, February, and probably March as well than we've had in 50 years. Or maybe the second rainiest January, February, and March that we've had in 50 years. Another thing that's happened is that I've expanded my fern facility. Instead of just having the back porch now, we built this beautiful shade house here. It's very rustic, just some poles, a gravel floor, and some shade cloth. But now I've got these tables, and I'm in a position now where I can do some propagation trials with spores and gametophytes. And if I have a couple of students working with me, I'm thinking of a couple of little fern experiments that we could do back here. So this has really expanded my possibilities a lot with how many ferns I can keep going and all the new projects we can do. One thing that I just did yesterday when I was kind of tidying up to get ready for Drew and his film crew to come was I had a little graduation ceremony. So I had a lot of ferns that were in reasonable shape, but they were in pots that were a little too small. So a lot of those pots there on the table were the pots that I took these guys out of, and then all these ferns right here, these 4 on the table and then these 3 on the ground, I moved them from little pots into big pots, and I think they're going to be much happier. So there's 2 tree ferns here and a phlebodium that is just a rescue that fell out of the canopy a few days ago. And here's a nice cyclopeltis. This is a Lomeriopsidaceae fern, and I think this one will do quite well. It's got a new fiddlehead coming and fertile fronds, and this is a really attractive fern. And this one here is a Tectaria, a riverside fern, and it was starting to get a little shabby looking. This asplenium, when I took it out of the little pot that it was in, it was so root bound that it was almost like a fiber all around the root ball. It was like a really fine burlap. And I actually started trying to peel it off. I thought, why did I plant this in a cloth? And then I realized that it wasn't a cloth. It was just a really finely woven root mat. And so now it's in a much more ample pot, and I think it will be very happy. And then this is just a little collection of, this is a Polytenium, one of the shoelace ferns. So I'm looking forward to seeing these guys just expand their potential. And then one last little thing to show you is this great device that Jose Walter, the guy in charge of transportation and purchasing, he's gotten really interested in my fern project, and so he made these little coconut hanging baskets for me. This is just a coconut hollowed out with a quarter section cut out and a little hanging thing, and I'm going to drill holes in the bottom and then maybe start some little epiphytic hanging shoestring ferns in these. So I've got about a dozen of these, and I really like that. That's a very, very nice use of organic. I mean, this is an exotic coconut, but still, it's a great use of coconut shell. So that's a little bit of an update, and now we've got another series of fern blogs to show you about all sorts of great new subjects.